I'm founder of Larkgallery Online. Our goal to make artists visible. And this competition, Hidden Treasures, especially about something mysterious and visible which in each great piece of art exists. And today we'll have an interview with our main juror, Peter Frank. So I'd like to know, do you see any difference between the previous two and this one?
I'm trying to remember. I think I see more painters dedicated to serious representational painting in this one. And in fact, my first two choices are representational painters who are inventive, certainly in their approaches, but who are relatively traditional in the way they render reality. I say relatively.
Whom do you mean?
I'm talking about Peter Bill and Kaleeka Bond.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit more about Peter?
Now, Peter Bill.
Yeah, Peter Bill.
Bill focuses on the cityscape, various cityscapes. And I know him in passing. In fact, we first met when I made a studio visit to his graduate studio at the University of Washington. It must have been 2001. And years later he moved here. I actually don't recall seeing his work since, except maybe in one group show. But the work he submitted here impressed me as at least as strong as the work I took away remembering from the visit in Seattle. Certainly his conceptual project is impelling, simple, but compelling. To go around the world and to render the feel, the sense, the physical structure and the atmosphere of various cities. Not from their postcard views, but from their ordinary, looking at their ordinary corners, they're finding their character, their soul in the bridges and overpasses and blank walls and shopping districts. Not the postcard views, but the real views that people who live there see.
Is it interesting for you that he does it on different pieces?
Yes, that's a major part of it. He paints on any one piece will comprise several sheets of paper or canvases put together in asymmetrically, radically, and that gives the image a sense of having been physically built. And assembled, and assembled over time the way a city assembles.
So often I think it's also pieces of wood, just the regular wood that he's finding somewhere.
Yeah.
At least it's my impression.
And he paints in a relatively naturalistic manner, but it has a rough edge to it. A slight expressionist brio that
It's like
that enhances that rough-hewn atmospheric feeling.
yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It seems like even like purposely rough, right?
Yeah, but detailed, even so.
Okay, so
He
it's
doesn't
like
cut
it's the same.
corners.
It's the same time, rough and detailed, right? Right. And compared to him, Kaleeka Bond, how you would compare them?
Kaleeka is indeed more traditional in her approach. I mean, I first met her several years ago when I was teaching at Laguna College, where she was, I guess, in the graduate program, and I saw how she assembles large pieces from, actually in a funny way like Peter Bill does, but actually more like a Renaissance or Baroque painter does, painting a large painting from individual sketches, individual studies, individual paintings, and creating large composite images, such as the frieze of several figures standing waiting for a bus on a city street corner, and each figure is a different character study. In fact, she goes to great lengths to bring together diverse ethnic types, and it's funny, they don't relate to each other in this picture, but people aren't relating to each other while waiting for a bus.